welcome back to my channel. This is a continuation of the Sun City, Texas lifestyle series. Today we're going to be visiting some of the facilities they have next to Texas Drive. Hey, let's check it out, okay? All right. So one thing that's huge at Sun City is pickleball. Now it's about 7 o'clock in the evening, and it's 94 degrees out. That's what the thermostat says on my car. And not many people out here tonight, although it's surprisingly pretty nice. There's a nice breeze and it feels nice. But anyway, there's a few people out here. So along Texas Drive here, there are the original 6 pickleball courts. And actually they started with 4 and then added 2 more. These were installed when Sun City was just being built about 30 years ago. And I will tell you that these courts are beautiful. They have, they just were real nice when they were built, and they've been maintained well. I'm a pickleball player, and I've played pickleball a lot of locations, and these courts are about as nice as you get anywhere. Pickleball is a lot like tennis. It's a lot smaller court. The ball doesn't travel as fast, so it's actually kind of the fastest growing sport in at least in the United States. It might be the world. I don't really know. But for people like me that have knee issues and that, you can still play the sport and have a lot of fun. So in the morning when it's a little cooler, these courts are packed. So they just redid this area right here. This used to have some large stones that you walked on, large flat stones, and they put this in with the cover, so that's pretty nice. Here's 2 more courts that were added later. And then along here we have some tennis courts. I believe there's 12 of them. I'm not a tennis player. Oh, I should have mentioned there's a total of 26 courts here in Sun City. And as Sun City grew, so did the number of pickleball courts. And there's an area called the Retreat that has 4 courts over there, which are very nice. They're all lit, lit so you can play them at night. 2 of the courts here are lit. Here's the tennis courts. I think I mentioned there's 12 of them. So, continuing on the pickleball. I've lived here 6.5 years. Maybe about 3 years ago, they added 16 more courts. They're in the North Point area, and I haven't made videos over there yet, but I will. So, I believe there's 12 courts here. Right over in this area. Oh, I guess I can get it in here. That building you see over there, at least I hope you can see it, has restroom facilities, and just like everything else here in Sun City, it's top notch. A lot of other things around here too, and check them out. So they have some billiard tables here. Billiard club. It's one of the official 50 plus clubs we have here. I like playing billiards, but I really only been here once or twice. You don't have to pay anything extra. You can just go in and play. They probably do have tournaments or whatever, and there might be a slight charge for that. A lot of the things here are free. Some of them are a small nominal charge. Of course, golf can be a little bit expensive, especially if you're on a tight budget. But Most things are extremely affordable. Pickleball, I think the annual fee for that is $15, but it's actually an optional fee. You don't even have to pay that. Talking about cheap. They have a lot of tournaments, things like that too. And it's very organized. My wife does she has a round robin tournament. Everybody likes my wife, Barb. She's friendly, always smiling, laughing, having a good time. And so everybody in her round robin group has a good time too. All right, billiard clubs. Oh, you got, okay, yeah. So they got hours here for billiard club members, and they have separate hours for members along with residents. Let's see. I think I might be able to open the door here. I'll give it a try. Oh, yeah. Hi.
Hi.
There's a glimpse at the tables. I don't really want to bother people. So, my next door neighbor, Jerry, he's one of the top horseshoe players in Texas. And Jerry took me out to play horseshoes one time. And anyway, of course, Jerry's very good. I remember my dad and relatives. I'm going through Memorial. Yeah. I've gone through this before. This is our Veterans Memorial Plaza. Of course, that area is very beautiful. I've highlighted it in another of the video series. God, this area is so great. Yeah. Here's the health club over there. And I've covered this before, but there's a swimming pool, outdoor swimming pool. They've got 2 indoor swimming pools over here. And then here's some people playing bunco. I've never done it. I bet it's fun. They also have bunco over at North Point area. So a lot of these sports can be pretty competitive. Of course, we're all 55 plus in age and that, and it's not like we're Olympic champions or anything, but you know, some of it gets pretty competitive. Holy cow. Well, I don't think she's acting like she was going to throw that thing, just rolls it. Anyway, well, she's laughing, having a good time. Bocce and shuffleboard here, it says. You know, it's interesting. I do this Sun City lifestyle thing, and I go out here and look at everything, and I realize how lucky we are to have all of this. It's just fantastic. You can't do everything that they offer here, but there's something for everybody. Oh, here's the, well, there's a squirrel in these trees. You know, one thing that gets me is, well, I grew up in the Midwest. Maybe things are a little bit different down here. But these oak trees, they get really big. Well, they do in the Midwest too, but what's different here is people trim the trees up and they take all the small branches off. And you can see more of the branches and less of the leaves. What the big plus is you still get shade, but a lot less of it, and a lot of times you can grow a lot of grass. So anyway, the trees are beautiful. So this is where my neighbor Jerry plays horseshoes. I was starting to tell you how he took me out here, and I asked him to do that, and was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. My neighbor Phil played pickleball. He took me to the pickleball courts. I found out I liked that a whole lot more. But anyway, going back to Jerry, he took me out here. Jerry's very serious, and almost every time he throws a horseshoe, it's a ringer, right? So I'm here, and I'm doing terrible, right? And he's telling me all about it, and of course he loves it. You know, and you know, I asked him if there's any beer drinking here. You know, what I remember is my dad and his relatives, you know, they having a few beers, not getting intoxicated or anything, but just enjoying themselves, and then they're making fun of each other when they're playing, and that's kind of what I was looking for. And I guess that there are a few people like that here, and you know, you could have a few beers out here, nobody's going to say anything. But anyway, this is just another thing you can do here in Sun City. So, oh God, I got to show you this. Here's the back side of the pool. My wife and I have come over here before. Well, we've been at several of the pools. It's a lot of fun. The pools are only about 3 feet deep. There is no deep end. On this one, they have a place where you can walk in, kind of like it's not a sandy beach, but it's kind of like a sandy beach where you can walk in slowly. I actually think it's probably set up for wheelchairs. But they got a hot tub in there too, and it's resort quality. It's just not the size of a huge resort pool, but you know, it's just so nice. That I think the deepest any of these pools are is 3.5 feet. You'd have to really work at drowning in here. I don't think you could do it. They also have these infinity pools where you walk against the current and that for a little bit of exercise. Well, you could walk with the current too, but anyway. Well, that concludes what I wanted to show you with this video. But anybody who watches these videos knows that I love Sun City. It's such a great place. I wouldn't trade it for anywhere in the world. It's my wife and I, we've just had a great time here. We just have a wonderful life. If you give it a try, you would too. And easy to make friends. People come from all over the United States here just to participate in all of this, and because people move here to meet people and that, it's super easy to make friends and do things. So if you'd like a tour of Sun City, give me a call, 817-266-2357. Of course, you can text me also. And then my email's bob@rugrealty.com. bob@ruggrealty.com. And I also encourage everybody to try out staying at the Explore Del Webb program we have here, where the Pulte, the builder, has several new fully furnished homes. They're gorgeous inside and out that you can rent for up to 3 days, and you can view the facilities and use the amenity centers, and just drive around and get a feel for the area. Check out Georgetown too, the city of Georgetown. But it's just a great place. So if you're interested in any details of the Explore Del Webb program, I'd be happy to talk to you about that. Again, call or text me at 817-266-2357, and I'll see you at the next video.